still working through this collection. Keep putting a couple weeks in between each movie just because, with the exception of Toxic Shark, which was unbelievable, most of these ones just haven't thrilled me, and the next couple ones are just... Well, I just did Shark Attack last time. This one is Shark Attack 2. Later I'll be doing Shark Attack 3. So, feels a little bit rehashy at this point, and it's just hard to get up the motivation to watch another basic bitch shark movie. But that's why I'm here, to watch it so people otherwise don't have to. And I'm a glutton for this sort of punishment. Okay, Shark Attack 2. Now, for this movie, it's about a researcher who works at a new water world attraction that's it's pretty much like a big SeaWorld kind of thing. Anyway, they're just about to open up, and they get word that there's a shark in the bay. So, and a great white shark. Now, the obvious villain, and I mean, the second the guy walks on screen, before he even says anything, you can tell he's the villain, wants the researcher to go catch the shark and bring it in, despite the fact that no one's really kept a great white in captivity successfully. Go do it anyway. Oh, sure, if there's any problems, yeah, we'll cancel it there. Alright, so, and he does. And, yep, they get their shark. Now, a woman is trying to break in to kill the shark because she is certain this is the same shark that ate her sister, because she blinded in one eye, and the shark is definitely scarred like that. But as they study the shark, they realize there's some strange things. This shark it's a big one, but the way its fins look, okay, they're still underdeveloped. Like, this should be a baby. Because the obvious villain wants to feed the shark at the wrong time just to create a publicity thing, an accident happens and one of the crew people gets eaten and then the shark escapes. Our intrepid hero researcher gets blamed and fired because the villain is a villain. And then he's determined to go exterminate the shark himself. The hero, not the villain. Well, the villain hires an Australian nature documentary, a Discovery Channel star to go hunt it down. Basically, an asshole Steve Irwin. Anyway, so they get in a competition for who can go take out the shark. Only to find that there's a lot of these sharks, weirdly schooling together, which great whites don't do. And now they have to find out how to take out a bunch of sharks, and eventually, villain Mogul gets blamed, and our hero, the lady who's trying to assassinate the shark, and the Australian guy all team up to deal with this. Like its predecessor, Shark Attack 2 is much more complicated than it has to be, but this one, at least the plot is a lot more linear. Shark Attack was all over the place. This one, at least, the story is much easier to follow. And at first, I thought this was an in-name only sequel. Just like, okay, it's another shark movie, ready to go. No, they actually do reference that these are the sharks that would have escaped from Dr. Craven from the first movie's shark experiments, because those were hyper-aggressive sharks that were being experimented on to make a cancer cure. Now, these apparently are the children of those sharks. So, they actually do tie it in, so I will give it a little nudge of a point for that. Okay. This isn't just an in-name only sequel. I believe it was filmed at about the same time as the first one, so, like, Shark Attack was 1999, this one is 2000. I don't know if I said that earlier. Anyway, but for a while this was looking like it was going to be kind of a relatively bloodless one, because it's a made-for-TV movie, despite it having an R rating, and the first couple kills are like, are they just really cutting away that much? But the blood finally starts going a little bit. And the sharks were growling underwater, and roaring a little bit when they came up. This felt like a Jaws the Revenge territory with that. I mean, the sharks sounded like a tiger or a lion or something. Which, also the way the sharks were going hyper aggressive and chasing and attacking people for no reason rather than just being hungry. I guess they did explain, but it still felt Jaws the Revenge territory. I will say this film felt more competent than that, at least, but it's not good. I will say when the over-the-top Australian shows up, it does get a little bit better. He is at least entertaining to watch. The awkward shoehorned romance between the shark assassin and the researcher feels very forced. And the two, like, they don't have bad chemistry, but it's closer that they have very little chemistry. So the fact that they're suddenly getting this involved with each other over the course of a couple of days while she's trying to avenge her sister, wasn't really buying it. I mean, there were times where I was wondering how things were going to go, and I was legitimately concerned of whether one character was going to die or not. And they actually did some foreshadowing on some things for that a bit better, so I will say that there are glimmers of competency in this movie. But all the same, I'm going to have to give this one about a 3 MacGuffin. It's just it's a tired shark movie. They don't really bring anything extra to it. And you can call almost all the plot twists right when they start setting it up. The obvious villain walks on. Yeah, he did it. One character, then one character's gonna live or die. It's a little bit better, but if you are at all a genre sabe, you know how it's gonna go. So yeah, 3 MacGuffins, best I can give for Shark Attack 2. So that's 6 movies into the Mega Shark. Next one is Shark Attack 3, Megalodon, which sounds like more like it might be an in-name only one, because on the back it doesn't reference anything, but we'll see if it loses that credit at least. And then the final one on here is Shark Zone. Yeah. Well, we'll get to them. Just not in a hurry. But the end is sight, so almost there. Well, have a good day.